Confirming qualifying here in race 6 of the Grand PriTK, Jazz CB number 1, Arbate number 2, Invero 3rd, Bags Liddell. How often have we said he up there, top spot? He's done it in every race but one. Make that 2. Jake in 5th, Matty, Aussie, Clifford, Jimmy Dimes, Honey Badger finishing 14th overall. It's lights out here in Spa. Jazz CB looking to get away nice and quickly. Stays inside, holds position. The Haas of Arbate slots in behind. Bags does go past Invero. Jake goes past Aussie. And it is a relatively clean start. I dare say a reduced field here in race 6. And someone's got into the wall. It might be Badger. Indeed, he's down at 20th, Honey Badger. Feel like that was him. As is always the way when the season progresses, people go on holiday. People just have a week off. Admittedly, big respect to the people who are unable to race because they're nursing mild side effects after getting their vaccines. Much love and respect. Rest up, recover, and we'll try and get things back to normal for Jazz and Bags. This is normality as they see it. Jazz a little wide, but really you can afford to do it. Early in the second sector. Jazz leading Bags Liddell, Invero 3rd, Jake 4th, Matty, Clifford. And have a look at that, Jimmy Dimes was 7th, now 6th, because Matty has gone tumbling down. Aussie and Badger, dear oh dear. The Williams not having their best start, but better to do it lap 1 than lap 11. It is such a long track, the longest in fact. The circuits available to us in F1. Lap 1 coming to a close. Now at a close, Jazz and Bags, Invero, Jake, Clifford. What happened to Arbate? Down in 19th, he's in the pits. Arbate qualified so well, was looking strong, but the Haas, without his teammate, yet again today, joins Aussie in the pits. We'll stick with this man, Bags Liddell, who got his race win last week in Monaco, giving him an Aston Martin another shot at top spot. In terms of the driver standings, just 12 points separates this pair in this order. Aussie down in 3rd, some 42 points back. AlphaTauri still comfortably ahead, 45 points ahead of Aston Martin, but the Alpine, the Williams, the Red Bull, all still with a real shot at the Constructors' title. Esteban Ocon is out for that one, Aussie. We'll just have to take a chill, go on a bit of a tour, a scenic tour of Belgium, as it were. That said, and it is worth repeating, the fastest lap point is available to anyone in the race. That's right, even if you're outside the top 10, you're still good for a point, if you're good enough. Matty Essendon down to 16th, 17th. He's been a wonderful entrant to the PriTK, a relative newcomer, but he has class. Does Matty in the Red Bull. No joggles this week, meaning the Red Bull performance is only on Matty's shoulders. Bags might be having a look at a pass here on the inside. It seems easy. It looks easy. He takes back the racing line. Bags Liddell with plenty of pace and space to get it done. And Jazz stay within that second mark, or will Bags pull away? Again, a little surprising to see Bags not take top spot in quali. Maybe Spa isn't his track. Always the tactical ploy with Jazz CB. I don't think there's a single track that he claims to enjoy or like and then goes out and dominates at all of them. We see the mind games, Jazz, don't worry. Still staying within that second mark. Invero in third, Jake in fourth. So even if Jazz is slipping slightly behind, and that is a question, at least the AlphaTauri are in second and fourth. As it stands, would be putting a massive gap between them and any other competitors. Club Clifford, the sole driver for Alpine today. Brani on leave. What about Jimmy Dimes? Hold on a second. As much as we should be focusing on this top battle, I guess I will stay here. Jimmy Dimes in 6th position. And so as we talk about individual performances, team performances, what about Aston Martin? A 1st and a 6th to match AlphaTauri's 2nd and 4th. Don't need to worry about that massive gap if Jimmy can step up. Jimmy Dimes, of course, getting his first ever PriTK points in Canada. Finished 8th in our 3rd race of the season. Now Bags would dearly love to have a teammate to help him out and make the constructors rather interesting indeed. With all due respect, you don't see him making up the 6 seconds to Club Clifford, but a 6th spot would be handy indeed. R-Bates, Badger, Aussie and Matty, 16th to 19th respectively, behind all the AI considerably. However, this time, there'll be opportunities. The fastest lap, if nothing else, may well be more rather, as we have a look at the standings, all of those drivers very competitive. R-Bait always in and amongst the points. Even when he's missed out, he's been there for that fastest lap. Honey Badger with an excellent race at his home track of Silverstone. That one, Aussie, was crushing it each week, every week, until Monaco last week. The first race where he didn't finish in the points. We've spoken about Matty Essendon. Excellent efforts at Silverstone and Monaco. 6th spot in both races. We're approaching the halfway mark here. This is race 6, Spa. Or as the lads were saying before we got underway, Spa, Francosho. The quicker you say it, the better, I assume. Still Monza, Bahrain, Baku, and then double points to finish in Brazil. So we will look ahead, being halfway through not just this race now, but indeed the season itself. Be interesting to see how the pit strategies play out. Over a second between Jazz and Bags Liddell. Invero comfortably in 3rd. Jake sticking with him, trying to get within DRS range when that opportunity is available for him to strike. Club Clifford considerably in the middle of a Jake and Jimmy sandwich. But what about Jimmy Dimes? 6 seconds ahead of the AI. He can keep it there or thereabouts. He would be delighted. Of course, it would be his best ever finish in the PriTK. Only the 8th to speak about points-wise. As we've seen in Spa, take an early ridge, you take an early corner, a late corner, anything in between, can catch that curb and go flying. Bags, Jazz, and Invero all in the pits. It will be interesting to see the release. Club Clifford has gone ahead of them all. Comfortably in the end. What about sliding back with Jimmy Dimes? Just behind Bags Liddell and just in front of Jazz CB. So this excellent drive from Jimmy Dimes may well take on even more greater of a team dynamic. Pan Jimmy. Hold up Jazz CB. Put a bit of distance between things. Of course, we've got Jake and Clifford 1 and 2. As they are yet to pit. Bags in third, but should be a race leader soon enough. And then Jazz and Jimmy. How long can we enjoy this little spectacle? Have a look at the split times. Jimmy's actually making a little bit of ground on Bags at the moment. Most importantly, from a team point of view, Jimmy holding off Jazz CB. Again, we do 25%ers. It means there's only 11 laps. Jimmy going very wide there. Decides not to be an aggressor, if you like. But really, he doesn't do much of a job. And Bags gets a 5.5 second buffer, so it's something. Is enough. That is Honey Badger's race done and dusted. The AI, I assume, will take over. Jimmy gets one move. I'm not sure that was it. Invero just wanting to drive. Because I guess I'll wait till you go into the pit lane. That may well have been good enough from Jimmy Dimes. Not just for himself, but for the man who is now back in first. Bags Liddell. He pitted first. He's now in first. And that gap between him and Jazz CB near on 6 seconds. Maybe Jimmy could have pulled a maneuver, if you like, on Jazz like he tried to Invero. But hey, all drivers still racing. Apart from Ocon, apologies, brother. What about this? Jake on Invero, the AlphaTauri, 2 and 3. Even if they don't get the win today, there's a lot that could happen. I'm sure they'd take a double podium. They get closer to those constructor title confirmation. And the prize money that comes alongside it. If you need a reminder, any sub to the live stream is eligible for the prize pool. $75 for the winner of the PriTK, $75 to share between the constructors' kings. 7 seconds between Bags and Jazz. Giovinazzi's still going. Sainz is still going. Jimmy Dimes down in 14th may well have bottled his points opportunity, depending on how many of these AI are yet to pit. Been good from Arbate, good from Aussie. Jimmy down in 17th, oh dear. It was looking so good for him and for Aston Martin, but it appears that he has been unable to hold on. Does open up the points for the rest of the field. Arbate will pop on into that 6th position left open by Jimmy Dimes, who's down in 18th. That one Aussie, not too far away from the points himself. We'll have to speak with Jimmy Dimes. What happened? What happened? 6th position, doing a job for his team. Now down in 18th, he's pitting again. Not what he would have wanted. So Arbate and Clifford doing their own thing really right now. It remains an interesting battle between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Now, being from AlphaTauri, Jazz and Jake will be communicating, working things out, making sure that things don't get too close. It could well be. The instruction is to Jake, maybe just hold off Invero if you can. Be about the race pace. Yellow flags somewhere out there. We may well now get Bags overtaking Jimmy Dimes at some stage. Goodness me. That has been quite the turn of events. Maybe a fastest lap, Jimmy Dimes. Matty Essendon, Honey Badger, if he's rejoined. still on offer. What about this? That one, Aussie back up in the 8th. Arbate into 6th. Might just have a quick little look. Arbate falling 4 spots. Clifford up 3. Bags up 3 is probably the biggest pointer there. And indeed, everyone has now stopped. Jimmy Dimes forced into that second stop. Spa not going the way he would have liked. Bags on the softs as well. He should pull well away. Maybe we have a look at Club Clifford. Can he make inroads to Invero on the softs, or just not his day? Aussie on the hards, respect it. It's been relatively incident-free. We don't mind that. Particularly on a race, in a race, where we're perhaps lacking a few drivers, or even perhaps they haven't rocked up. Poor Chuka was meant to be making his debut. Bihar forgot to game share with him. It's still 4 races remaining. Opportunities will continue to present themselves. What are you looking for? Are you going for that individual glory? It feels like it's a Jazz versus Bags battle in that regard. And then the constructors, AlphaTauri, currently 2nd and 3rd. Can anyone catch them? Are you just looking for PBs? Get your best ever finish in a pre-TK race. You can't do it here. Does it really count? Jake's actually made a little bit of time on Jazz. You get the feeling that Jazz will be adamant that he should stay in 2nd. I would be surprised to see them switch, regardless. To be fair, with a 9.5 second buffer, Bags first to the AlphaTauri. Maybe it's not worth risking. You are, Jake. Maybe there's a bit of selfishness, the right word? Desire to finish, to get your equal highest finish of the pre-TK. He was 2nd in Austria, 3rd in Silverstone. Maybe as we get to Sector 3, or we get to that final straight, we'll see them pop up. I wouldn't mind a bit of competitiveness to make it interesting, a bit of spice. Maybe the team orders fight among yourselves. Jake still behind Jazz as it stands. We'll see what happens on the straight. Jake does take it very well. Jazz goes back in front of him. And Jake is forced to back off. It feels from up here that Jake is certainly the faster of the AlphaTauri. Jazz not letting him get through. Invero will not be able to catch. Clifford, Arbate and Aussie, barring an incident, will be locked in for their positions. A few bonus points as Jake finally does go past. Oh, we were a bit worried that it wouldn't happen, or that it might happen with a bit of disaster, but everything's okay. The AlphaTauri have had a good day out. They will expand that lead at the top as Jimmy Dimes, the racing incident. And what about the main man? He may not have been first in qualifying. He may not have started the race exactly as he would have liked, but it took little to no time for Bags Liddell to get into his groove. Maybe, just maybe, as my controller's about to die, Bags is back in the favoured position. Jazz will stay the leader. But Spa is all about Bags Liddell. through the final chicane, onto the straight. Bags Liddell, King of Belgium. Jake in second, Jazz in third. The half second, enough surely. A bit of a slip from Jake. A good day for the AlphaTauri in Vero. A respectful race, doing what he can without Chuka for the Mercedes. Clifford without Brani for the Alpine in fifth. Arbate a little further back still. Would have been quite excited for how the PriTK would unfold with his teammate in Bihar, but Bihar has simply not rocked up. Jimmy Dimes has binned it. And that one Aussie, alongside Arbate, doing an extraordinary job to bring things back. We'll wait to see who gets that fastest lap. I do think it was Bags Liddell from memory. I would not mind being wrong. The Pony Prance, back to back. He did it in Monaco. He's done it in Spa. Be flanked by the two members of AlphaTauri. Second and third often don't feel the best, but today will be a little different. You're both from the same team. When you've expanded your lead at the top, that champagne will taste a little sweeter indeed. It is Arbate with the... No. Lando's done a 130? Lando Norris has done a 130? Chat? This is going in the final cut because this is what you get when you've genuinely stumped me. Congratulations, Lando Norris, who was 13 seconds quicker than Bags Liddell. Jake in second, Jazz third, Invero, Clifford, Arbate. That one, Aussie, also doesn't get seventh. Even though we saw him cross the line in seventh. I've got some questions. I'll see you next week in Monza.